let's lead. Let's ride.
Unified leadership.
Light the flame, turn it up loud, remember the name.
Unified leadership.
Power and pride, we don't just talk, we testify.
Unified leadership.
Heart and grind, purpose and rhythm, perfectly timed. Bass hit heavy, croppers and rhythm, purpose and rhythm, perfectly timed. Bass hit heavy, crowd on sway. Culture clay, truth and play. Sifu Rafael, calm control, leaders in sync. Hearts of gold, focus sharp, the mission clear. Every step forward, silence the fear. Discipline, dripping, confidence, how we move together, we amplify. Who we are,
Unified.
what we lead.
Unified.
Stand tall,
Unified.
every time.
Unified leadership.
Raise that bar, leaders in rhythm, born to spar.
Leadership.
Raise that bar, leaders in rhythm, born to spar.
Leadership.
Steady and true, the sound of the few that follow new.
Leadership.
Strong alive, this is the beat where leaders thrive.
Unified leadership.
Boom. Unified leadership. What's going on, brother?
Special, man. How you doing, man, this morning?
Exceptional. Getting better every day. You know how it goes.
Good. Yeah, man.
Every day, man. Right?
That song is special, man. And, I go back and look at some of these older episodes, and every time, man, as soon as the stream starts to, go out to the masses, man, I'm smiling in a lot of those videos because I love that song, man. I know for some people, they may not feel it, Sifu. It may be a little bit too much pizzazz for them or whatever.
If
But
they're not feeling it, Tio, I got to tell you, they must be in the grave.
I would say too, man. It's also listen to the words. The words impact so much
Oh, yeah.
depth, so much realness, so much reality, and it's unified leadership, man. You've heard me say it a billion times, man. I'm a leadership nut, because it's required every single day. And the topic this morning, oh my goodness, man, I'm itching to hear what you feel about this topic this morning, brother.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I think a lot of people are motivated, right? In so many different ways. And I'm not knocking motivation.
Yeah.
I'm just saying there's a difference between motivation and discipline,
Mm,
right?
it
Because you
is.
could be motivated to lose weight, you could be motivated to make money, but the discipline is what's going to get you there.
Yeah.
That's the difference for me.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Man. I was telling you the other day, I watched IP Man 4,
That's right.
and man, I love it, man. Anything like IP Man, Wu-Tang,
Mhm.
the Shaolin Masters, you feel the discipline when you watch those flicks, man. You can feel it when you watch Jackie Chan and some of his blockbusters. You can literally feel the discipline, man. It takes discipline to do uh many things throughout those flicks that you could just pick up on as jewels, man. And do you have to be motivated? Of course you do. You got to have some motivation to move your body. If you're not motivated, sort of like Brother Jose was saying in terms of energy, um, in the time concept. I look at them kind of dualistic. It's basically what Jose was saying was, time is not more so um the most precious asset. It's energy, because if you can have the time, but if you don't have the energy to get up and go, or in the case what I'm saying now, you don't have the energy to protect yourself or fight back, Sifu, or whatever the case, you could be in harm's way. Like I told Lancelot, I see it both ways, because I think about someone with stage 4 cancer laying in the bed. They don't have the energy, bro, but they're still fighting. They're still holding on to every single moment. And in their mind, I'm sure it's every 60 seconds that goes by, time-wise, it's still a blessing that I'm here and I'm still breathing. So
Yeah, every morning I wake up with gratitude. Listen, I'm super grateful that you and I were able to spend some time in
yeah,
Tampa, right? Um, So thank you, Jonathan, for joining us, and
Yeah, that's
Renee.
my guy right there.
And,
That's my guy.
what's
Yes,
this
sir.
person's name? I know they use their wife's thing, but
That's Teddy Scott, man. Shout out to Teddy Scott. His wife is Kathy. Yeah, so Teddy.
I got to tell you, Teddy, dude, get your own account.
Right.
I'm gonna say it, man. And I'm gonna motivate you to get your own account. I mean, listen, you probably love your wife, Kathy, but you got to do your own, brother. I'm just saying. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
bro. That's true. I've told my man the same thing. He's working on it though.
Okay.
I give him, much love on that. He's working on that. He's working on his book. He's doing a lot of things,
Nice,
man. And
nice,
and
nice.
he
So,
shows up, man. He shows up.
right, he
So
does every
he's
time.
here with his Renee Jackson Smith. Shout out to Renee out in Texas. Jonathan Ragland out in Texas, man. Texas showing up big time this morning, brother.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I don't mean anything negative, right? For
Right,
Teddy,
right.
but just this is unified leadership. So if we cannot help another person elevate, then what are we doing, right?
That's a fact.
Every time I see you, you help so many people, Coach Teo, that it is so impactful when I see the way you move, when I see the way you give everybody their accolades, you speak on this person, you bring them up, you put everybody above, and you help raise people left and right. So what do you eat every day that yet you're so strong doing so?
Seafood, it's like you said, I have a collective unified mindset, man. Have I
Mhm.
always had that? Somewhere within there, yeah, but
Mm.
man, I find real satisfaction in, elevating others to the best of my ability. And you do as well, brother. Like you can sit here and say all of the wonderful things about me, but the truth is, bro, you do it too, man. I see you do it. I see, how you utilize your expertise of what you've been through, what you've experienced, your upbringing, being in New York City, just surviving NY, like that by itself, bro. Like,
Mhm.
I caught myself sitting down there in Tampa when you were on the stage with your son. Shout out to Marco, man. And I was
Yeah,
looking at you, bro. I was just looking at you. I was kind of in a daze. Ooh, Myron Edmonds on here, bro.
yeah,
Shout out to Myron Edmonds, man. I love you, brother.
yeah,
And
man.
and and on this unified leadership this morning with my good brother Sifu Rafael out of New York City, I thank you, Myron, because you showed me what it is to be unified leadership. You caught me coming fresh out of the military, and man, I got in your breakthrough program, the Winning Circle, and man, it's been a blessing. It's helped me tremendously. I'm looking forward to the conference coming up at the end of April. Already secured my ticket, VIP. I'm trying to get other brothers to come with me. And thank you, man, just for allowing me to be in that infomercial, if I would say, man. I touched my heart, bro. When I saw that with the names of Jamal Bryan and Jeremy Anderson and yourself, and just man, it touched my heart. And I said, I know that's Myron, man. Myron is going to approve what goes out there on behalf of his, uh, winning circle, and man, just to be a part of that, bro. I appreciate you for that. So much love to you, Myron, man. Love you and the family, brother. And the hip hop show was dope. You need me on there, Myron. The next time you gotta have me on there for that hip hop show, bro. Anybody out there checking this out, man, check out Myron Edmonds, man. High powered man of God, the same mission out here, just putting the best foot forward, man, to help men. And man, the winning circle, man, check it out. Definitely check
Right.
it out.
Love it, love it. And of
Yeah.
course, we have Michael Stevenson, who is just phenomenal. The guy is a beyond a giver.
Yes,
The
sir.
guy just knows how to give, and I love the way he shows up and the way he's another one that elevates not only people in general but his employees. My God, the guy really takes really great care of them.
Mm.
So we're talking about motivational leadership versus disciplined leadership. If anybody else wants to chime in on it, do that. Because one of the things that I have always said is motivational is it's like getting an ice cream cone. You lick it up and then it's gone, right? You eat a candy and it's gone. You eat food and it's gone. Every day, we should be motivated to live the best life and the best life for us so that we can help others. But discipline, and I said it 1,000 times, discipline, it's the only way I've accomplished anything in my life. Listen, I was at the gym early this morning, and one time I remember, and I said, "Oh, I was at the gym before 5 o'clock," and we had Big Mo. He's like, "Oh, I was there last night." I'm like, "Dude, that's incredible. You were there." The
Right.
discipline is not the time that you do the disciplined item or the thing, but it's that the fact that you did it. And I love Big Mo, right? He's a brother of ours as well.
Yeah.
He's a He-Man, right? Look,
Yes.
Raul Maring was there with us. What an incredible human being.
Yeah,
So
man.
when we consider discipline, it doesn't matter the time as long as you do the work behind it. So everybody's schedule is so different, but we need that time to focus on us so that we can be disciplined enough to help others. Because my mission in life is to help other people. And I know that that's where you're coming from too. This is why you and I are so unified in
Right.
leadership, in everything we do. And I just want to share also that you and I are doing something really, really powerful. I'm going to call it a lab. We're going to have a unified leadership lab because
Yeah.
it's we're going to put on our white coats and we're going to come here and we're going to have people. I believe that Renee is also going to be with us, right? Renee, say
Right.
so if you are, right? You're going to be joining us in New York. And we want to have as many people in New York because it's not like we did the New York City experience. It's totally different. It's a workshop. There's going to be a 50-page workbook, and you get 5 pages from each of the presenters. We're not having speakers. It's a workshop. It's an actual classroom style. She's in. Look at that. Yes, she's going
Yeah,
to be
bro.
with us. I love it. This girl
Yes,
is so powerful, right?
she is.
And I got to tell you, so when we think about leadership, you're going to have 10 different people with workbooks. And we're going to take a 50-page, maybe 60-page workbook, and we're going to not only work on it together, but there's going to be after effects. So it doesn't end on the 3 days that we're going to be together. It continues and it continues, and we keep building and we keep building because leadership is about discipline. You could be motivated to become a leader, but man, discipline is what's going to make you a great leader. And when you consider the people that you're going to lead, it's the discipline of reaching out to them and saying, "How are you doing? How is this happening? How can I help?" Right? Because I may be a leader, but I have people who are leading me.
Right.
I don't do this alone. I don't. God helps me every morning, right? So think about this, right? Thank you, Jose. Jose's in the house. Two powerful leaders. Great to see you both, right? And Jose and I, we have such an incredible relationship. He's a brother that I'm doing life with. You're a brother, Coach Teo, that I'm doing life with. So every day when we get a chance to have the discipline to become the best leader we possibly can, there's a lot of action steps that we have to take daily. It's not one and done. Oh my gosh. Could you be the leader you are today, Coach Teo, if you did a one and done?
No, I'm not a one and done type of ball player, man. Not me. Shout out to John Calipari and all the one and dones that came through the University of Kentucky, man. Um, nah, I'm a 4 year guy, man. You know, I'm a long haul guy, like you said,
Yeah.
and and I know effective leadership, man. It takes time, bro. You
Yeah.
know, I love the quote from Vince Lombardi. I've rocked with that quote for a very long time, Sifu, that leaders are not born. Leaders are made and forged via the hardships, via the rough roads, the roads less traveled, as we would say. Um, and I firmly believe that, man. I'll be 50 this year, Sifu. You
Woo!
know, I'll be 50, man. Just hearing that come out of my mouth is like, wow, dude, 50? Lord have
You're
mercy.
like a child, man. You're like a child. I mean, like
Uh,
you're like half my age. You know, I'm
oh my
104, right?
goodness. Yes, yes. You got the wisdom of 104 for real. But yeah, I'll be 50, man, come August. And you know, I do a lot of reflecting, man, looking back and just like, wow, man, why do I love leadership so much?
Mm,
You know, why do I feel a sense of relief, man, with the things that require real discipline? Because you're right, man. Motivation, it can fade, man. I, I sent a crazy shout out to Mario Fields, uh,
hmm
a sergeant major in the United States Marine Corps that I was very fond of, looked up to, inspired to emulate. And he's got an amazing podcast out there for veterans called Unarmored Talk
hmm
Podcast, meaning, hey, we're unarmored. We're taking the armor off as veterans, as service members, and just like with Myron Edmonds, man, that was on earlier, man, we get in the weeds of who we really are. You know, Myron uses the shift framework. Get your shift together, man. You know, and it's so dope how he utilizes that because Myron is a world renowned pastor, man, minister, man of God. But to hear it come out of his mouth when he says, "Man, you need to get your shit together," you know, everybody can kind of sit back like, "Yeah, it's only other one way of saying that most people say." Um, but get your shift together. In the shift framework, man, it goes back to the discipline, bro. The discipline as an individual and one and done seafood. To me, that's that microwave society that we're living in right now. Everybody wants a quick fix. Everybody wants the instant gratification,
hmm
insta ground. You know, I trust me, man. Like I get it. I understand it. You know, people want validation, but at the end of the day, man, for a gentleman like yourself and Jose Escobar, Lancelot, me, just so many great leaders that we know across the board. It didn't happen overnight, man. And
No.
it and we're still learning and developing. So it's not like, oh, we're at the crux of that mountaintop, we're at the crest, and now, oh man, we made it and we can kick back and let our head down. No, bro, it's every day because that enemy's out there. And the biggest enemy is right here within you. We both
Oof.
know that. What do you think about that in terms of the false sense of notion that motivation, you know, can outlast discipline from your journey in martial arts? What do you think about
Well, first, I want to say that I appreciate that the word did not go to a four-letter word and it went to a five-letter word with the
that?
F in it,
Right.
right?
Yes.
Um, because when somebody says get your four-letter word and they put the five is get your shift in gear, that
Yes.
means that you have to change what you're doing. It's not get
Yes.
your stuff together. It's not get your SHIT. It's get the shift. So
Yes.
F is so fundamentally important. That's why
Absolutely.
the F is there, right? And
Absolutely.
and I got to tell you, Angeline, she's here with us. She was in Tampa with us. There's so many people who are in Tampa with us. But the next event that people need to come to is New York City. Let's talk about that before I get into what you were talking about. When we come to New York City, we're going to be at my location, which some of you already were. And the vibe that at my location is it's alive. It shows discipline, right? It's my
Yeah.
location says it spells discipline, right? But the other thing that my place does is it gives you warmth. It's that hug, that energy that you get with coming to my facility. And the other thing is that we're going to take an excursion Sunday after we're done with the events, and we're going to go to the Statue of Liberty. And why the Statue of Liberty? Because we need to understand that the freedom that we have in this country is ours, but yet we don't take it. Every one of us has the freedom to wake up every morning and change the way our day will be based on our actions. We
Yeah.
can allow other people to control what we're going to do that day.
Mm.
Why should we? Leadership is not about that. So we need to start leading ourselves so we can fulfill our true destiny. And your destiny may be different than mine and Coach Teo's, and
Right.
that's okay, right? Whatever it is, listen, it's happening. Either it's going to be May 15th through the 17th, or we may push it to May 6th, 7th, and 8th. We're gonna debate that in a little bit, and then we're gonna see what's gonna make more sense. But here's the thing: you need to be in the space with us, because the more I learn, I'm gonna tell you what happens. The less I know. The more I learn, the less I know, because I'm an avid learner. If I'm not learning every day something from someone, man, I might as well stay in bed. I might as well throw the blankets over my head and just be miserable.
Right.
Every day is an opportunity to learn. Every day is, yes, I am motivated by learning, but the motivation only gets me climbing. What gets me to the top is discipline to keep going and going and going. And doesn't matter. Listen, I may wake up one day and go, oh, I don't feel like going to the gym today. But actually, I never have that. But I'm saying if somebody does, because I understand the beauty of going to the gym is embedded in me.
Mhm.
And I've been doing that since I was a kid. When I was a kid, I used to go to school an hour to an hour and a half before the other kids came to school. And this is high school, where most kids don't even want to get out of bed. I was going to school that early. You know why? Because I was there to impact other people. I used to go in zero period and go into a swimming pool to help kids who didn't know how to swim. Was I getting paid? No. But I was so happy to get to school. Yes, I had to take an extra bus. And yes, I had to walk some bit, but none of that mattered. You know what mattered? That people were learning something that can be so valuable that can save their lives. So within 30 minutes of them being in the pool with me, they knew how to swim.
Right.
Don't get me wrong, they were not going to be an Olympian, but they can
Mhm.
at least swim across a pool, swim to save their lives, tread water. And that's what I was teaching. Every day we have a choice. Are we motivated or are we disciplined? As a leader, I want to be both.
Yeah.
I want to be both.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm with you on that, man. I feel the same. You know, if if you're disciplined, you're going to have some form of motivation. Excuse me, because it's noticeable when you don't.
Hmm.
And you also got to know your surroundings, man. You got to know your environment. You got to know who you're around. You got to know the needs. Like you talked about being at the pool. There was a specific need that needed to be addressed, and you know how to adjust. As a leader, you know how to adjust, man, in the different environments in which you're in. You know, if you're in church, as an example, uh, there's some correlation with being in church and the fear or overcoming the fear of getting in the pool and being comfortable in the pool. It's the same way if you're sitting in church and as a leader, everybody sitting in there is not just all ready to run up to the altar and just give it all to the Lord in that moment. It takes some nourishment. It takes realness. It takes speaking facts. It takes uh, from the pulpit all the way to the door. Nobody's better than anybody else. Same thing. I'm not. I could look at you standing up on the pool deck and be like, man, that guy's mean as hell. Man, that guy yells at everybody. And I don't want him in this water trying to teach me nothing about swimming. That guy over there, he's a little bit more uh, laissez-faire type of leader. You know, he's not going to make me feel intimidated when he comes out here in this water. So, but it does take some sense of motivation. Teddy Scott said, Brother Sifu, what you just said is exactly why I have to keep myself in order for God and reaching out to try to help others to turn their corner to live for God in their lives. I understand what Teddy's saying right there. Because Teddy's like me, man. He's a recovering addict. He's been recovered and still recovering, been sober for a long time. And it's like people want to keep him in that place. Same thing with motivational and discipline. If you come in the door as that motivator, energizer bunny, and you're a constant, the moment that starts to fade, now everybody's gonna be sitting back looking at you. I told you he wasn't that motivated. That was fake motivation. That wasn't real. He can't sustain that, especially when you flip it to a combat mindset. Everybody right now is talking about war, Sifu. I ran this, I ran that, and I'm seeing it all across the social media platforms. Veterans are speaking out. Veterans are being real about it. They're like, man, hey, are you gonna send your kids over here? And then you got the people that come back behind that. Well, you signed up for it. Shut your mouth. Whatever it just shut your mouth. So again, different things motivate people in different ways, but the discipline, is the whole thermometer thermostat. We've all heard it before. If you've been in any leadership circles, you've heard the thermostat versus the thermometer. The thermometer is doing what? It's always up and down. It's fluctuating, versus, that thermostat, you set that bad boy on 80, it's going to ride. It's going to regulate itself. And the same thing as leaders that we have to do, Sifu. We got to regulate ourselves, man, in whatever environment we're in. Again, the name that I mentioned, Mario Fields, Unarmored Podcast, he's known across the entire United States Marine Corps as the motivator. And it's real. If you go on YouTube right now, you go on Facebook, any channel, type in that man's name, Mario Fields. It's real. He's the only person I can honestly sit back and say, man, definitely discipline. But when it comes to motivation, man, he lives it in all 360 areas. I'm not just talking about no military. I'm talking he's that way with his spouse. He's that way when you see him at the gas station. He's that way 24/7. He's a doggone freaking thermometer. And that's why he's so effective, man. He's effective. He used to, every time I would see him, he would say, hey, Clay, who
He's
motivates? Say again?
Is he a thermometer?
He's a thermostat.
There you go.
Yeah.
You said
okay. Well, yeah. No. He's by far
I know
and large.
I know what you meant, brother.
Yeah, he's a thermostat, bro. He's regulated. So yeah, pardon me for that. But he would always say, Clay, who motivates the motivator? And I would look at it and I would say, it takes a motivator to motivate the motivator. And he would say, you're right. It does take a motivator to motivate the motivator, because if the motivator motivates the motivator, then we're all motivator. And that could be at 4 a.m,
Oh yeah.
In Afghanistan, Iraq, wherever we were, just mentally, just probably the worst environment that I could be in my life. But because that man said that, it made you lock back in and focus on the discipline. That, hey man, we're still human. You know, we still love one another. Yeah, that Marine may have got injured yesterday, or we lost a Marine on the battlefield that we know is being air back to Germany, to a hospital or wherever, Stuttgart. And everybody's feeling that. But all it took was that one individual, like you said, that thermostat to come by or reach up and just rub your chevrons. It's like this is my logo right here, T.O. Clay Light Bulb Lessons LLC, man. I believe in this with all my heart. If I don't believe in it, nobody else will. Mario Fields type, he'll come up here, just rub it. And he'll say, man, I'm not rubbing on your boob, T.O. I'm I'm rubbing on something that is real. And he would do the same thing with our chevrons, man. Whatever rank you were, chevrons on the collar, he would just come and rub it, man. And just those little simple things made you want to be more disciplined. It made you want to go work out. It made you want to run an extra mile beyond the 3 or 4 that you just, ran. So, oh man, he's right, man. Our war is definitely not against flesh and blood, man. It's principalities, brother. We already know. That's a powerful, powerful statement. Shout out to Caleb, man.
Yeah, Caleb is incredible, man. He was just on my show the other day. The guy is phenomenal. So some other people who have not necessarily chimed in but gave us a little, Jimmy Woods, Robert Reed, Leonie Lockhart. Let's see.
Robert Reed, Jimmy Woods. Robert Reed, man. He's a firefighter up in Maryland, man. I've been thinking about him, Sifu. I was like, man, I would love to bring Rob Reed, one of the best Marines I ever worked with in my entire career, on with us in Unified Leadership. Jimmy, definitely. Shout out to Jimmy, Chief Jimmy. We've been talking all week, man, since Tampa.
Yeah, Jimmy should come on the show as well. There's so many people who need to come on the show. And if you're interested, here's how simple thing in life can be, right? You can connect with me, and that's going to go up for a little bit, and then it's going to, and then I'm also going to put up the way you can connect with Coach T.O. Connect with us, because we can bring you on the show. Before we go on, before you talked about church and going to church and so forth, and know your environment. So there's 2 books that I bring to church, right? I actually bring my Holy Bible, but then the other book, which is my Remarkable 2, so I can write tons of notes. Well, I don't just go to church to sit there and listen. I go there to expand my knowledge and expand my thought process, and so that I can become a better leader. Because this I'm going to tell you right now, this is a leadership book.
Absolutely.
And if you don't know that, pick yours up. Pick yours up. Because it's important how we show up, when we show up, and all the different things that we do as leaders. Every day, like I said, I wake up, first thing, man, gratitude. Listen, I'm alive. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for the gifts you've given me. Allow me to share these gifts with others, because I don't ever want to be selfish, even though I am. I'm probably the most selfish guy you'll meet when it comes to me in the morning. That's why I'm up at 3 in the morning, 3:30, 4 o'clock. And it's all about me. It's all about me, because I got to fill my cup so I can pour to others, because I can't pour with an empty cup. You ever try that? You ever try to pour with an empty cup? What do you get? Air. You get nothing. But so I fill my cup so that I can go ahead and fill other people's cups. Not everybody you come across the world has a full cup. And also, not everybody wants you to pour your stuff into their cup. They may be reserving it for somebody. They'll be like, "This is my cup." No, don't put my stuff. Don't put your stuff in my cup, man. I don't want this I only want from you and from you and from you, but no, not you. Right. So don't just freely fill somebody else's cup without asking permission. Hey, I notice your cup is a little empty. Is it okay if I fill it? Maybe
Yeah,
just a little bit. I don't have to fill it all the way. And
right.
that's how we can help one another. This is how we grow as individuals. This is how we help the world become a better place. Every day, every day, we have to change our perspective because I never want to live the same way I did yesterday. That
Right.
was yesterday. Today's today, and tomorrow's tomorrow. I can't live for tomorrow. I can't live yesterday. I got to live right this minute. Right
Yeah.
now, I'm enjoying this conversation with you, my brother.
Yeah,
And
this is
everybody
great.
was chiming in, right?
Yeah, the chat's going nuts right now, man. And I on behalf of both of us, man, we thank y'all out there, man. I mean, it's Friday morning. Hey, you might be getting the paycheck today, or I don't know, you got something planned for the weekend. But y'all got the chat fired up, man. And excuse me, everybody from Renee, man, to Teddy, to Angeline, uh, man, like you said, the other individuals that you could see, uh, they're all leaders, man. You know, the leadership being executed the right way is magnetic. It really is, man. When I left the military, Sifu, I literally, man, like you said, man, I just took it to the throne, bro. Cause I'm like, man, there's a lot of different things I could do. I've had a career, and that career has come to a close. And what is next to fulfill, that cup within me? Just, I can't. I'm not to just sit at the house and play PlayStation all day type of person. That's just not me, man. I gotta be doing something that um keeps me grounded, keeps me rooted, keeps me tethered in, man, to, like you said, yesterday's gone. But today, man, there's a new opportunity, bro. So I just did a lot of praying, man, and it came back to leadership. You
Mm.
know how much leadership I got this week just talking to brother Jimmy Woods, bro. Just hearing his voice on the phone. And again, it goes back to that same concept. Who motivates the motivator? Jimmy
That's right.
motivated me, man. He motivated me, bro.
Mm.
Jimmy walked up to me and said, brother, I'm buying your book. What's the cost? Hey man, I support you, man. You are my brother. Like, bro, that frequency and that currency of exchange is more than just money. I've had some high-powered individuals that I've been in a room with brother Myron Edmonds, man. The star studded up in there. And many of them, a couple of them, I was trying to give them my book, Seafood. I was literally
Mm.
trying to give it to them, bro. Like, wow, I'm honored to be able to give this piece of work to you. And they all were like, no, brother, you put in work for that.
That's
Brother,
right.
you did something that a lot of people across this earth will not do. And no, brother, I want to pay you for that. That is your intellectual property. The universe is not going to revolve back to me in the manner in which if I don't. So again, man, it's those things that it's like, man, Jimmy, if you're out there listening,
This is the
that
book, everybody.
yes, Jimmy, if you listening, brother, you handed me two $20 bills. I put them in my wallet. 2 days ago, me and my sons were riding, and one of them was like, Dad, let's get a blizzard. So I swoop over to the Dairy Queen. We go in the Dairy Queen, man. Them same two bills. I pulled out and paid for what it was that we, chose to, get it at Dairy Queen. And we sat
Mm.
down and had an amazing conversation. And I told my two sons, I said, gentlemen, uh, the two bills that I just paid for, what we're consuming right now came from a good gentleman that mentors me, a good gentleman that poured into me down in Florida. And uh, I'm grateful for that exchange. Because let's be real, Sifu, at one point in time in my life, that book you were holding, man, I was out here trying to sell dope to make a living. I was out here
Mm.
doing everything opposite of the universal law. to try to make a living, which is not real. It's not discipline.
Right.
It's not, you know, something that anyone should be motivated to be out here trying to make a living by that way, knowing on the back end of that, somebody is hurting from that. You know, we got men all across the world from every race, color, and creed right now that do not have a father in their life to this day. And they're still not disciplined. They're 50-year-old undisciplined individuals because they didn't have that rearing. Shout out to Michael Duffy, man. Shout out to Robbie Lytle in the chat, man. It just feels good, man, to see so many leaders in the chat, bro. That's really out here truly leading. Sifu, it's a blessing, bro, because they're really out here leading. You know, like you said, man, when we come together in May, you know, we're in the lab, man. It's a real think tank. That was the whole thought behind Sifu and I coming up with unified leadership. It's like, how can we unify this thing so Renee's better down in Texas? And Renee, I told you, Robbie Lytle's in the chat right now. I told you, my best friend, hey, he lives in Frisco, Texas. Renee, y'all have to connect before y'all leave this comment section. Robbie, please shoot her a message. She's right down the road from you. She's in-house to us. You know, she's our sister in terms of Sifu, Jose, all of us collectively. And for you all to connect will be something special. So, man, and Michael Duffy, thank you. You're helping me fix my YouTube channel to make sure it gets monetized. For you and I to sit there at the cigar, jump off down in Tampa, and just all the wisdom that you poured into me in that moment. Yeah, as a leader, I know when I've reached my threshold, bro, and I've reached my threshold with monetizing my YouTube channel. But I got a guru leader in Michael Duffy who understands YouTube at a deeper, much deeper level. And soon as I told him my issue, oh, T.O., I got you, bro. Bing, 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 bing. All week he's been sending me messages. Make sure you do this. Make sure you do that. It doesn't cost anything. It's a cost of unified leadership. Cost of unified leadership. So, oh man, Friday morning. It's powerful, Sifu.
Yeah, man. Friday morning.
Yeah, bro. Marco reached out to
Marco.
Marco. I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry. I'm just excited, dog. I'm fired up because Marco reached out to me as well. And I told Marco, you know what? Marco, I'm going to bring you on the light bulb lessons. And we're going to build. We're going to talk about Charlotte. We're going to talk about your journey with weightlifting and the ups and the downs and the highs and the lows. And it's just exciting, brother. That room down in Tampa, Florida, man, it was special, man. I talked to Angeline yesterday. We talked on the phone. And she said, you know, New York was great. T.O., we all know that. She said, but it was something special, T.O., about Tampa. And she said, you know, and that's for every leader, every one of us, different environments, like I said earlier, adapting to different situations and environments is going to be different for everyone, you know. But the beauty and the blessing is having the discipline to say, yo, we're going to see it all the way through. You know how many times people reach out to me, hey, T.O., I want you to be a part of this, blah, 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 you know, whether they have a budget, whether they don't. And man, it'll lead up, and about 3-4 days out, Sifu Rafael, it's been canceled, and take all the flyers down, and just, so the fact that you all, yourself, Jose, Lancelot, Theobald, man, you all pushed through and created that room for all of us to be up in there and to really go deeper. We went deeper down in Tampa, man. And maybe it's because we were surrounded by the water or whatnot. You know, I know there's water in New York, but it was special, man. And I'm looking forward to Atlanta, bro. I'm looking forward to Atlanta. Atlanta's going to be special.
Man, we're doing that. But before Atlanta, we're doing May, right? You and I, T.O.,
Yes.
Clay, Sifu Rafael are doing New York City. And May, I got to tell you, is not going to be cold. It's not going to be hot.
Right.
It's going to be exceptional. And what winds up happening is that when we do things, it's really going to have this energy behind it. So let's consider Ireland was, and here's a question that we have for New York City Mastermind Experience. Ireland is not canceled. It is postponed. There's a difference, right? There's a difference. And the reason is because things had to change, right?
Yeah.
So we're still doing Ireland, but that's going to be in 2027, probably April 2027. And when people say, I'm going to be super honest with you, I did call out a specific word in Tampa, didn't I? When everybody's hands was up that they said that they're coming to Atlanta, and I called out, what was the word?
Ascend.
Starts with a B, ends with a T.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
I called out bullshit, pardon the French.
Mm,
I called that bullshit because people say one thing and they turn around and don't do what they say they're going to do. There's no discipline in some people. So I prefer a straight shooter who says, I'm a big boy. Listen, I'm okay if you tell me no.
yeah.
I'd rather hear a no than a fake yes every day.
Yeah.
Every
I
day.
can see that. I can see that.
Because BS really doesn't belong in my life. I don't want it in my life. You shouldn't have it in your life. And if you raise your hand and you're not going to do it, don't raise your hand.
Right.
Honesty. Listen, we're missing that in leadership
Yes.
because people could be motivated to raise their hand, but are they disciplined to keep their hand up and keep their word? So motivation is saying, discipline is saying, absolutely, count me in. Absolutely. That really changes everything. So I'm going to ask everybody, if you really want to come to join me and Coach Teal, put a yes in the chat. Put it right now. Stop the BS. Do it right now. Listen, we have tickets as little as $197 for all 3 days, $397 for 3 days to be inspired, to have presenters come at you. We have a VIP package. We're doing listen, it's $797, but we're going to give it away at an early bird price of $597. And I didn't expect to do this, but I just don't want BS, right? And the whole thing is, we're not charging people to be a presenter. It's an honor for us to have them be a presenter. So if you are going to be with us, Angeline just said yes. And you know what Angeline said? She cannot stand
Angeline, she gotta be there, bro.
She's going to be there.
Gotta come. Yeah,
Angeline,
she gotta be there.
I'm going to send you a text. So you're going to secure your ticket with me. Here's the thing. When Renee, I already know she's in. But here's the cool thing. Renee's a presenter. She's coming in as a presenter, a VIP presenter. Man, I want to be there. There's not want. There's not desire. That's motivation. You're motivated. That's cool. Listen.
Yeah,
every day.
it's
I'm going to tell you.
You gotta commit, bro. Like it's it. Like it's.
You know, you
just
can
have
say
to. You have to commit. You gotta commit, man. See, can I say this, Sifu?
I'm gonna stop for you a second. So listen for 1 second. Right? I'm gonna give people a game plan for anything in life. Stop wasting your money on things that get you nowhere. If you smoke, if you smoke, it's going to get you somewhere. It's going to get you in the grave sooner. That's all. That's your drive, right? If you go to the 7-Eleven, if you go in this and you buy coffee, you can make it cheaper at home. So when you say I can't afford something, it's because you're affording the wrong things. Eat at home. Cook at home. Oh, I don't know how to cook. Heck, go to YouTube and learn how to cook. Eat the right foods. You go and get fast food and you get all this stuff that's junk in your life. You're depleting your self-worth. So when you make excuses they're going to drive your future. For the people who say, I don't know how to cook, you're not motivated and you have no discipline. Go learn how to cook. Listen, I don't care if you make wheat, right?
Jessica in the house.
Do something.
Jessica knows how to cook, man. Jessica
Jessica does know
Maureen.
how to cook. But
She
here's the
knows how to
thing, I'm
cook.
talking about people who make excuses that they can't afford something, but yet they go to fast food, they go to Taco Bell, don't do that. Eat at home. You're saving your life and you're saving your body and you're saving your dollars. And so now you can listen, even if you don't come to our event, I don't care, but do something that's going to impact your life. Stop wasting your money on things that get you nowhere. And that's what I talk about leadership. You want to be able to say, I can afford anything I want, but I have to work for it. I have to make the differences. I have to make sacrifices. If you go, man, I just want to I want to go in a Dairy Queen and I want to get a Blizzard, or I want to go to what? You don't have to do that.
Right. Yeah,
You
man.
have to take control.
I'll be honest, Sifu. Like, man, I only know what I know, bro. And what I know is this, man. You know, it's I go back to our foundation of why we started unified leadership. Because you're a busy man, Sifu. I'm a busy man. More so productive. You know, busy you could have the passion for all the wrong things and catch yourself out in the sea without a life jacket. You know, you know what I mean.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
productive. We're very productive. Shout out to Emilio. We're very productive in the things that we're doing. You know, and we're fathers. We're husbands. We're sons. We're siblings. We got a myriad of different things in our lives, man.
Oh, yeah.
And one thing I've learned in my 49 years on this earth is nobody's going to do anything for you in a manner in which you're capable of doing it for yourself, man.
Not at all.
And that's just a reality. Tampa, Florida, I wanted to be there, man. And it's like looking at a puzzle of all the different things that's happening at once simultaneously. But I always start at the end and I work my way back to that moment of staring at that jigsaw puzzle. What is the end going to be? It's going to be this. So the fact that it's going to be this, it shapes my decision. And mathematically, I'm constantly going through the math in my head. And I'm not talking about just dollar for dollar. I'm talking daily math. I'm talking how I govern myself and how I live mathematically. You know, I look at the principles and I say, man, if I go to Tampa, is it going to hurt my family? No, it's not. It's gonna benefit my family. If I go to Tampa, do I want to pay $300 a night for a hotel room? No, I don't. So guess what? I'm a veteran. And there's an Air Force base there, and it's called MacDill Air Force Base. And I'm an E9 retired. And I'm gonna call that little number and I'm gonna say, how much is your room? Do you even have vacancy? All of that to say, man, I'm going to strategize the crap out of what it is that I'm going to go dedicate my time to do.
Right.
But I'm not gonna let nobody just talk to me about spending money, bro. Like that's ridiculous. We don't have time for that no more. We're really out here dang on developing and trying to dang on impact in ways that a lot of people are not willing to do. So being in that room in New York, trust me, man. My wife always says, stop saying trust me. And I'm like, I only say it, babe, for real talk. I only say it, babe, when I really want to be trusted with what's coming out of my mouth. And I'm saying it right now, man. Trust me. It is not a waste of your time, your effort, your energy. It is not a waste. And I get it. I don't live in New York. I live in Atlanta. I have to get a flight to get there. I don't want to drive. That's a long drive, and especially in a Tesla. I have a Tesla, man. I'd have to stop 50 times between here and New York City. When I could have the discipline, look at the jigsaw puzzle and say,
Mhm.
man, okay, here's the flight. Oh, it's cheaper to go into JFK than it is LaGuardia or New Jersey or whatever. Here's the thing. I know 100%, man, that being there, it's going to cost. But just like good old Jose Escobar said the other day, man, it's like, bro, nothing worth having comes easy. And the problem with many people, I'm not saying anybody on this call, I'm not saying anybody in the chat. I'm just saying many people that they truly do not want to personally develop. They don't want to personally develop, man. You know, and if you want to personally develop, if you want to be able to sit by yourself in your house or in your car, by yourself, nobody else around, no kids, spouse, friends, just by yourself. If you want to sit there and say, man, I'm in a better position, a better place right now in this moment than I was yesterday. Man, I'm telling you, trust me. Again, if my wife is watching, babe, I love you. But I'm only saying trust me because I'm living it myself. We're not fake leaders. My man Robert Lytle, he just put out a post a day ago. It's called Combat Leader versus Commercial Leader. It's two
Mhm.
different worlds, man. And I would highly encourage you to go look at that post. It's simple. We don't try to make this stuff hard. This is simple stuff. Why? If we don't just want your money, bro. Like no real leader just wants your money. A real
Can I ask you something?
sure.
At any events that I've ever put, do I just deliver or do I over deliver?
I mean, it for me, it's over delivery because I don't need you to over deliver for me. I
But
don't
do
need
I?
you to do that.
Do
You
I?
know, are you saying in general or are you saying how I see it, Seafood?
Well, how do you see it? And let's
Oh,
put everybody in the chat. Everybody who's been to any of my events. How do I? When you come to my event, do you feel like, oh, he's just surface, he's just in it for the money, or is
oh
he over?
no, not at all, bro. Not at all. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Anybody who's lived long enough knows. And a lot of times, you know, it's still self-internally uh flawed with the individual. That's why I was asking you, saying how I see it, because I'm gonna make sure that you over deliver as a leader. You think I'm gonna pay you money and fly all the way out of state to be in your presence and you don't then gonna over deliver?
I'm gonna
In
get
the
punched in the face.
well, I'm not gonna. Hey, bro, you're a seafood master. I've already said it. The first episode we did, I don't want no smoke with you, Mr. Seafood. I'm not running up on you, bro. I don't want the quick dart to the neck and next thing you know, I'm asleep. No, I'm not coming for that, brother.
That's not what
But
I'm saying. I'm saying if I don't over deliver, right, then I should get punched in the face. All I'm saying is that I realize that when you over deliver, and this is my motto, I give more than people ever expected. Why? Because I love watching people's surprises. I
indeed,
love seeing how
right.
people are affected. That brings my spirit, just, man, it touches my heart
Yeah,
because
bro.
I know anytime that I over deliver, I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it because that's what God wants me to do. So I am listening to God every time when I over deliver to anyone else because God said, Sifu, you can't give the bare minimum because He
Right,
doesn't give me the bare minimum.
right. Check it out, Seafood.
It's important.
Robert Lytle just over delivered. Can you please put that up on the screen? The 928 timestamp. Robert Lytle. No, that's the wrong one. Robert Lytle. Go back, Seafood.
Uh,
That one. That one. Can you read that out loud, Mr. Sifu Rafael?
I see you over delivering on everything you put your hand to seafood. You are a person touches something and a chance and a chance to go, right?
Yeah, he's probably driving. Robbie Lytle's probably driving. But
Thank you, Robert. Thank you. Listen, I haven't even met Robert Lytle yet, but I cannot wait to give you a big hug, brother.
yes,
Because, uh,
that's
and
the
anybody
law,
who knows
bro.
me, what am I? Am I a hugger or not?
You definitely
Everybody knows.
are. See
I
that
was a
that's the
big
law
hugger.
because you were saying Robert Lidle, like Beetle.
Right,
You were saying
right.
Robert Lidle.
Lytle. I know
And
now.
I
I
and
know.
I, and I and I would always say Sifu Lytle. Yeah, yeah, that's right, Robbie Lytle. And then
Yeah,
Lytle
yeah,
comes
yeah.
back and instead of calling you seafood, he calls you seafood. You know what I'm saying? And I know he didn't mean that, obviously,
So I
but
just got a text message from Jimmy Woods. He goes, "Man, you really wake up before the weekend starts. I'm going to have to take a look on being at least once." So we're going to have
yes,
Jimmy Woods
yes,
on as well.
yes.
And it's funny because he was leaving on Sunday morning, and as he's leaving, I'm coming out of the pool,
Mm,
and it's like super early in the morning. He's like, "Dude, you really do get up early." I'm like, "Yeah." As soon as the pool was open at 7 a.m., I was doing my laps. I was at the gym before. So when we say we're going to do something, and that's why I call BS on everybody who had their hand up, because I'm going to say, listen, everybody whose hand is up, I don't think I'm going to see all of you. Some, yes, right? But not everybody whose hand was up is going to do it. And I
right,
even told
right.
them, listen, start
I feel you.
saving, stop wasting your money here and there, because when you do come to our event, I don't want you to. It should be an investment, and if you make bad investments, your return on investment is gonna be terrible. I
Right,
want you to come to our event in New York City because it's going to be an investment in your future. You're going to have people pouring and helping you organize your business, the way you live, the way you act, the way you even socialize with your family, because family is number one, God is number one. So there's two number ones, right? And in reality, if you think about God being number one,
yeah,
then number two could be your family. And even though we say family first, you can't help your family first.
right,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that offends anybody. You have to help you
yeah,
first. And God is there with you. So God is number one, you're number two, your family is number three,
right.
and everything else comes after that, right? And when you say, wow, Sifu, you put family down, number three, man, what's wrong with you? Well, I just explained. I can't help my family without helping me first.
That's it,
And
bro.
I can't help me first without God.
That's
So
it.
God is number one,
That's it,
right?
bro.
God is number one. I'm number two. My family's number three. Now, don't get me wrong. You met my son, Marco.
Yep.
I will always put myself before Marco's harm. So if something's going to harm Marco, I will throw myself into the fire for him. I'll do it for my other son, Giovanni. Hopefully, you'll get to meet him as well. And so there's certain times when you do put family first, right? I will always put myself first before danger
Right.
that would come to my family.
Hmm.
I'm not a veteran. I was never able to serve, not because I didn't want to, because back in the day when Jimmy Carter said everybody has to go and register, I was online. I was like, okay, here's my number. I'm waiting for a call. They never called my number. I did not want to volunteer because I was doing other things, right? That was not my journey. But right now, I'm going to tell you, if the U.S. said, Sifu Rafael, we need you on the front lines. We need you to step up and fight this war. I will not hesitate.
Mm.
I will not hesitate because I know the importance of my community. I know the importance of being in Colombia when I was born, and I came when I was 8 years old, and I know the importance of being in this country. Even though I'm Colombian, the US is my country. So I will fight for the US way before I fight for Colombia. I was born there, but this is where I've made my livelihood. This is where I've met people like yourself. Coach Theo, you're my family too. And you know
Absolutely.
that. That's why I call you brother. I would never, ever call you brother if I didn't feel that connection with you.
That's it.
Ever. That would not be it. That would not be it for me.
Yeah, we don't take that lightly, brother. Like we just can't, man. And that's why, man, just coming and rocking with us, man. It's man, if you could get there with us and me, trust me, again, for the fifth time,
Mm,
trust me, man, it's worthy of your time, your effort, and you're going to pour into us as well. So it's not this, we're on the stage and you're sitting there, and after 2, 3 hours go by, and you're like, oh wow, I got so much I need to fix in my life, and they're perfect. No, it's a collection, it's a
I
collective
am not
effort.
perfect.
It's
I am not
unified.
perfect.
It's unified, man. And we learn from one another. If brother Jimmy's in the room, I know I'm learning something. Robbie Lytle's in the room, I'm learning something. Angeline's in the room, Renee's in the room, Teddy Scott's in the room. I could keep naming them, over and over and over again. If Anthony Cutnell's in the room, if Big Mo's in the room, Marco's in the room, Heather's in the room, Jacqueline's in the room, all of us collectively, man, it's a magic thing. Devo's in the room. It's magical. Emilio's in the room. Dr. Reed's in the room. It's Raul's in the room. It's magical, man. And
Mhm.
and in the ecosystem that we have built, everybody has their own conglomerate. I say it all the time. Light bulb lessons is me, bro. When we talk about those lessons, we bring the lessons to the light that
That's
others
it.
may be able to learn. Like it's just being honest. You got seafood with so many amazing things. I've been to his venue, man. You walk in seafood's venue, you feel it. You feel the discipline as soon as you walk in. It's not overbearing. You're not gonna walk in and your knees start aching because you're seeing all of this martial arts gear. And no, it is very well put. And on the backside of the actual dojo area, man, it's a calm space, motivation up on the walls, and it's beautiful. Trust me, in a very nice area, restaurants. And trust me,
Mm,
man, it's if you could come, you'll be grateful. Just like I know for me, because I know I'm gonna be grateful. I'm gonna be grateful. And lastly, I'll say this: the last time we were together in the same spot, Sifu's place in Farmingdale, Long Island. The next day, I was blessed to be able to go and speak at a high school called Wings Academy in the Bronx, by the Bronx Zoo. And man, those little kids, man, we were all crying. The little kids, well, they weren't kids; they're high school students.
right. Still
But
kids.
yeah, to me, still kids,
Like
obviously.
you're a kid.
Yes. But we were crying, man, because the kids was just so like, man, we feel like you're one of us, Mr. T.O. Like you're one of us. You were vulnerable. You were real enough to tell us that the things you went through. And we're dealing with some of the same things right now. And you got through it. So obviously there's a little hope that we can too. And I remember telling the librarian, I said, I want to make sure every young, man, young woman that was in there with us gets my book, right? Time has went past. I reached out yesterday to Tanisha. Shout out to Tanisha, man. And she said, I was just at the high school on Tuesday, T.O., this past Tuesday. And she was like, and all of them kids was like, you know, Mr. T.O. said he's going to, give us his book. Have you talked to him? We want his book. We want his book, right? And it was just so amazing that I reached out to her on Thursday, 2 days later from the time she was there. I reached out to her. That's real alignment. Because I told her, I said, listen, I'm a man of my word, man. At least I'm striving to be.
Mhm.
And I want to follow up and ensure, man. My word is my bond, regardless of whom, what, when, where, and why, and how. And I told those young people, I'm going to box up a bunch of books and I'm going to send them to New York. And I pray to God that it could help you. And she was like, T.O., I'm just so happy that you called because they're asking. And let's go ahead and
Right.
work this thing out. So again, man, that's what it's all about. How did I meet Tanisha? I met Tanisha through Solana at the New York Experience, the very first one at the Avenida rooftop. How did I meet Solana? Via Brandon Godoris. We're all the ecosystem. Everybody's got their own thing, doing their own thing. But when we come together, Lancelot's been saying it, man. I've been saying it way before Lancelot. So Lancelot stole it from me. Dog, we're Avengers, man.
He borrowed. He
And
borrowed.
we're Avengers. So great episode today, man. Anytime it flies by like this, you know it's fire.
We
Yeah.
took it over. So do me a favor, everybody. You know this is how we roll, right? Lancelot is an incredible human being. At one point,
Yeah.
we're going to have him on the show as well.
Absolutely.
Jose's been on the show. We need to bring so many different people on. But we usually do the show together, and we bring one guest or two guests once a month. So if you're interested, go to sifurafael.com. I'm going to throw it up here. And connect with us so we can get you on the show.
Yeah.
Right. We want to get you on the show. I just want to say thank you, Coach Tio. You are an inspiration to me, my friend, my brother. And I got to tell you, next week, it's going to be another powerful show. Make sure you tune in, tell people about this show. Let's get a bigger audience, more collaboration, more great things to come. Make sure you join us in May 15th and 17th. All right, everybody. God bless you. Have a blessed and beautiful Friday. And remember, don't have a great weekend. Have a strong end. Don't make it weak. Take care.
Peace.
Unify leadership. Let's move.
Let's lead. Let's ride.
Unify leadership.
Light the flame, turn it up loud. Remember the name.
Unify leadership.